G'day guys, Ron here from Osborne Digital Marketing. Today I'm going to show you how to spy on your competitors' backlinks. Let's jump into it. I did just make this stream, but our trusty and lovely friend Google completely froze it, dropped everything. So we're going to have to do it all again. So yeah, the reason you might want to spy on your competitors' backlinks, a couple of reasons. Let's say you've done everything right, like your on page it's on point, squared away, it's beautiful. Then you're looking at everything else. You've done that. You've done your internal linking. Everything's aligned. You've got all of the same stuff's going on. Structure's on point, everything. And you're sitting there going, what else do I need? Well, then it'll be the backlinks and possibly the age of the page and or domain. So what do I mean by that? Now, let's say we're having a look at this Dr. Miami. I'd done this whole video, guys, and then Google decided to play lovely games at the end. So that's why I've already got it up and I already sort of know how it looks, but I'll run through it again. So when you're trying to spy on your competitors' backlinks, the reason you're doing that is because you want to determine, okay, one, what backlinks do I need to build? And two, what anchor text do I really need to focus on? That's vitally important because you might think, oh, I need some, I just need to get a heap of guest posts and I just need to get those types of links. No. It might not be the case, which is what we found here. I already know, but we need to do it again. So let's do it again. So I'll grab this domain. Like you can see how slow it is. It's ridiculously slow. Let's get rid of this. Let's throw this in here. How do I hide the chat? So I'm going to try and get rid of this chat. How do I hide that? Make that go away. I don't know. I'm trying to move the chat away, but that can't be done for some reason. Interesting. Okay. So when it comes to auditing a competitor's backlinks, what you'll need to do is you'll need something like SEMrush. There's no point in sitting here thinking that you can get away with just a basic sort of tool. You will need to have a look at the backlinks. So you will need something that can have a look at the backlinks, should I say. So let's do that. Now, when it comes to your tools, like I'm an advocate for SEMrush. Honestly, like Ahrefs is a good tool, but they really, really have terrible, atrocious customer service. And I found that out the hard way, the almost thousands of dollars way, the ridiculously painful way. That's why I don't recommend Ahrefs, because I'm all about customer service. I honestly care more about the customer than what will happen with the SEO, because at the end of the day, if the customer's really happy, really reassured, and they've got someone that actually cares for their business, then everything works out in the end. But if you have someone that's just trying to sell you their service and get you in as quick as possible, then cool, they might be able to achieve results, but if they're not explaining themselves along the way, if they're not showing the customer why it's important, why it's valuable, and really going to that extra level, I don't like that service. I think it's bad to treat people that way, and that's how I was treated by Ahrefs. So as you can see, this guy, so this Dr. Miami, this is the most powerful page here, appears to be a 301 redirect. Now, why is it important for you to know this? And why is it important that when you're spying on your competitors' backlinks, this is why you're doing it. You're trying to determine, can I do a 301? Let's say you've just found an expired domain and you're like, hey, what can I do with this? Well, if you're a plastic surgeon in Miami, this is what you can do with it. You can send it to your site, especially if it has some power. So that's something to consider. That's what you want to look at. And as you can start to scroll down, there were a couple of actually other 301s. But what I love about SEMrush is they're starting to really come along a lot more with where the possible links coming from. If it's a blog, if it's redirected like the 301, if it's more so maybe a PBN, it's starting to pick that up a little bit better, which is quite handy if you ask me. So when it comes to auditing your competitors' backlinks, this is where you want to start. You want to have a look at the backlinks overall. You want to start to determine it. Now, I'm not going to do it because it caused this thing to crash last time, but you can export it and then upload it and have a look at it through Google, the Google Sheets. That's normally how we do it. However, for some reason, it just crashed. So I'm not game to play that again, guys. So I don't want to lose the stream again. So that's something that you want to have a look at. That's how you can do it. You can start to pull it apart. Another thing when you're spying on your competitors' backlinks is have a look if they're follow or no follow. So the difference with that is essentially the juice. Okay, if it's a follow, that link passes more juice. Theoretically, the no follow, it's like, it's a little bit of juice. But some people are now saying the no follows are quite prominent. And this is where you can start to see, it's like, is the follow really, really powerful? Are they utilizing more follows or more no follows? That's what's interesting, really interesting. Sponsored, you can't really rely on the sponsored. So as an example, like, let's say I pay for a guest post, okay? They should be, in line with Google, they should be placing a sponsored link, a backlink, okay? So you can start to see that is another cheeky way that you can have a look and be like, okay, how much is this guy paying for links? It's like, yeah, doesn't look like he's paying for links. But that's my point. Yeah, it's sort of a little bit pointless because a lot of people will never put sponsored. You're only going to see that on your big sort of articles, your bigger niches that will place the sponsored on there. When it comes to follow, that's really the one you want to look at, but you still want to look at them overall. I just look at them overall. I honestly don't care if my competitor has a no follow, but it's got some juice to it. And let's say it's in that link graph. So I've analyzed my competitors with a backlink gap. If you want to know how to do a backlink gap, literally got a video on how to do a backlink gap. So you can have a look at that and be like, I need to go out there and get that link. So that is something to consider. I don't care if it's no follow. My competitors has it. I'm going after that link. Some people might think that that's a waste of time. But I've seen it work. We see it work. So that's why you want to have a look. You want to just start to scroll through, and you can do this with the spreadsheet. It's a bit easier, but unfortunately I can't show you that. Now, something to consider when you are having a look at your competitors' backlinks is the external links here. So let's scroll back down to this bad boy. As you can see, 5,000 external links. What does that tell me? That's basically just like, it's probably like a coupon site or something like that, where there's a lot of links going off. Now, in the eyes of the search engines, this, whilst it does say that there's a bit of power here, 29, 26, does it actually pass a lot of juice? Probably not. The reason for that is Google sees this immediately. The SEMrush tool picks it up. So Google sees this immediately. So what happens there is Google will probably devalue that. So as an example, like you've got, maybe Joe Blogs down here, right? He's only got 53 links going off his site. He's 21, he's 26, according to SEMrush. He's probably passing off more power, this one down here, than this guy up here. So that's something to consider when you're spying on your competitors' links. You want to check that out. Another thing that's very, very important is the anchors. Okay, so you need to follow, get aligned with what your competitor's doing. You obviously have the different types of anchors. You've just got the naked, where it can just be basically a domain linking off to your site, nothing else. Like, so it'll be www.osbornedigitalmarketing as an example. Then you have branded, so it can be obviously Osborne Digital Marketing, and if you click on that, it'll take you over to the website. You've then got partial matches. So let's say the target keyword is maybe plastic surgeon in Miami, right? You could be like, if you're looking for exceptional plastic surgery work in Miami, something along those lines, that can be considered a partial. And then you've got the exact match, which is plastic surgery in Miami, if that was what you're going after. That's why you need to spy on your competitors' backlinks, because if you check this out, you immediately can start to determine, what do I need to go after? What am I looking to do? So this Ball Harbor Plastic Surgery, perhaps maybe that was like the original name of the business. That's where you'd have to do some research to determine that. Perhaps, he changed it to Dr. Miami, and this is what he's done. He's updated that stuff there. But this is where you want to have a look. So it's like, oh, okay. Yep, domain's coming across. Absolute nakeds. There's a few nakeds in there. Go now. Do you want to build 322 go nows? not necessarily. This is where you would need to start to have a look at it and see what's actually happening. But as you can see, this catches my eye. That's a little bit cheeky. So this right here, very similar, I believe, from how his homepage represented. So this is what you want to have a look at. You want to see, okay, why are they doing this? Is this more on the black hat side of things? That's what you want to start to see, because realistically, you should be seeing more of this, like Miami plastic surgery, Miami, like Dr. Miami plastic surgery. So as you can see, like if we scroll down further, you're going to start to see random stuff. You know, his surgery center mentioned 3 times. But if we come down to 2, like official site, Dr. Miami, you know, nose job or rhinoplasty, all of this type of stuff, you can start to ascertain. That's only been mentioned a couple of times. But anything else, that's where you want to have a look at. Another thing is the referring domains. So where a lot of people come unstuck with backlinks. So, oh, come on. I've been nervous every time something starts spinning, guys, because of that stream drop. So when it comes to building backlinks, right, something to consider is as such. So let's scroll down to somewhere where there's not so many. I don't want 12. I just want a little bit. So let's click on this. If I click on this, it's going to show me 4 different backlinks. Now, these are 4 different links. If you are spying on your competitor's domain and you're trying to determine, okay, how many backlinks do I need to build? What do I need to do? What do I need to create? This is exactly what you would do. You would look at the backlink profile, but you also want to look at the referring domain. Why is that? Because you are sitting here, realistically, it says, from this domain, I need to have 4 backlinks. No, you don't. You don't need to have 4 backlinks. You might only need to have that 1 referring domain. So instead of going out there and trying to get all of these links, what you should be considering is actually just getting that 1 link, that 1 referring domain. Because over time, what you'll find is that this creates new pages on this like backlink directory. That's going to have like multiple different pages on there. And that's going to drag in all of this information. So when it comes to that type of stuff, but like let's go all the way back up here where there's some big like hoo-has. Like this is insane. 538 backlinks. Do you need to go and get 538 backlinks? No, just the referring domain. So because remember, the main thing is the referring domains. Like if we go back to overview, like you're going to see the backlinks 4,000, right? 4,000. There's only 781 referring domains. That's what's actually important. It's the referring domains that's important. It's not that volume of backlinks. You should not be sitting here looking at this website being like, oh, I've got to build 4,000 backlinks. No, you don't. You need to build 781. And from there, that's when you can start to go after more backlinks, okay? So that's very, very important. Look at the referring IPs. When it comes to the other stuff, guys, like this is pretty generic. Like if you're trying to determine like and try and figure out, spy on your competitors' backlinks, this is where you can have a little bit of an answer to see, okay, who else is matching this guy? What else do they have? So this literally domain, I'm pretty sure this was the 301 one. Let's check it. Pretty sure it was. Yeah, it is. So it's 301. So yeah, so like this domain right here, it's saying that it's a competitor, but maybe it was one of his competitors, maybe it was his own. And what he's done is he's gone out there, seen that that domain was available and just took it. And that is a great thing to do. Like as an example, when I'm doing anything in my business consulting side, so I have a business coaching and consulting company as well. So in that side, let's say one of my competitors was to go down, you know, they'll be like, I'm out of the consulting game. I wouldn't necessarily want their website. So let's say it's Joe Blogs, right? I wouldn't necessarily want to have all of this stuff about Joe Blogs and clean up all of Joe's content and do all of that. Nah, I'd rather just 301 Joe's domain over to my site. So if someone's out there on the ether and they're looking around and they see, oh, look, you know, what is a business coach? And they click on that would originally go to Joe's, it'll just redirect over to me. That can be very, very powerful because essentially I'm now eliminating the prospect trying to look for Joe they're actually looking for me. And that's something that you want to consider. So that's why you would have a look at this. Is it like, remember, it's AI, it's trying to pull in all of the stuff that might not really be relevant. But yeah. G'day, Pert. How are you, mate? Hope you're doing well. So yeah, that's when you would want to consider having a look at that, but take it with a grain of salt. You should know your competitors, at least the business owner that you're working with should know your competitors. However, don't rely off, especially in the digital age, don't rely off they're over there, so that's where it should be compared to the online data. Have a look, type in that target keyword, see who pops up for it. They're your competitors. Even though you might be in Miami, they'll be in Fort Lauderdale. That's what you want to have a look at. Then you can throw them into a backlink gap analysis, so which is up the top here. That's when I'd be using that. But that's pretty much it, guys, for how to spy on your competitors' backlinks. If there's any questions or anything like that, just let me know. If not, have a great day, and I'll see you around. Cheers, guys. See you later. Is there? Oh, there we go. Snuck in. Uh, is there a best practice for how many backlinks you should try to grab a week? New small business of 8 months. Chuck your website in, mate, and Pearl Skin. Chuck it in, and we'll go have a look now. I don't mind. I see your post on the Oxygen group. Do you found a developer? Still looking, dude. Still looking for another developer. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, hit me up, dude. Like if you've hit me up on the Facebook thing. Yeah, chuck in your thing, Pearl, and we'll go have a look right now, bro. I don't. It really does not bother me, brother. Chuck in your business domain, and we'll have a look. But generally when it comes to like the best practices of building links, a couple of things you want to consider. What is your competitors doing? What do they have? Like if they have, hundreds on hundreds of links, dude, just go, not bananas, but you need to start building. But if they have maybe 100, 200 backlinks, then you can start to do it a bit more slowly, and that'll help you. Yeah, I don't know if there's a bit of a delay, Pearl. If I grab your domain and throw this in here, I'll grab your name and throw this in here, and let's see if anything pops up. And then I'll have your domain directly. Yeah, there you are. Okay, there you are. Yep, cool bananas. Let's have a look. Colorado Springs, Regina, products and services. Yeah, all right, cool. So let's have a look. Let's see what you've got going on. Let's check out your backlinks. I like the site. Looks nice. Yeah, nice site, mate. Really nice. Really nice. So what have you got going on? So there's no traffic. There's only 2 pages indexed. So this has been around for 8 months. Pearl, this has been around for 8 months, and it's only still 2 pages indexed. Is that right? Like how long's your website been live for, mate? Get rid of this. We just launched. How long ago? Like July. Okay, so it's been, yeah. Why have you been hit? Just launched a song. Oh, 1 week. I don't know how to index. To be honest, mate, like Google's a bit painful right now. Like they're being painful. Like new sites, they're taking their time when it comes to indexing. Like yeah, they're being something cheeky you can do is trying to run traffic through it. So like create a couple of Facebook ads, get those Facebook ads to drive into the pages that you want indexed. Because yeah, according to SEO Quake, it could be wrong, but yeah, it looks like it's only 2 pages indexed. So let's have a look at your backlinks. What do you got going on? Jonah, okay, good bananas. Looking a little bit like they're all just going to be citations. Yeah, Chambers. Yep. Looking citation-y. Yeah, so it looks like you got your citations squared away, mate. That's good. Like, that's a good thing. I honestly don't know how to index. The only way you can really index, mate, is like I was saying before, is trying to get some actual traffic and interactions. It's very hard. So what we've been finding right now is if I go out there and pay for really good backlinks, right? What happens is those backlinks are nowhere, the same backlinks are nowhere near as valuable if I send them to a new site when compared to something that's been around a while. That's weird to me, but at the same time, it makes a bit of sense. Something that I'd probably suggest is maybe doing some PR, a little bit of PR, not a lot, just into the main pages. Like you definitely want, like you're going to want, let's go, yeah, 2 pages. Yeah, not good. So like your money makers, spend, like don't waste your time on doing, they're not so necessary stuff, but like your money makers. So it's going to be, probably your Botox and chem peels aren't that much, are they? Can't remember. I've only worked with one med spa and I've got another med spa client coming up shortly. Yeah, so here we go, bro. This is not good. There you go. Here's another reason why you're not indexing. So look at all of this. Like there's no, I'll zoom out a bit. So there's no real content. Like what is Botox? Like this is good for FAQs, but you don't have content on there. You need to have like a big wall of content and it needs to be optimized. Like if you don't have optimized content on there, especially aligning with the NLP terms, it's another reason why you won't get picked up. Because if you look at this, like this is good stuff for like the FAQs, but you've got to have content on there. So how long, like good things that are probably quite relevant, yeah. But there's just nothing else on there, mate. So in the eyes of Google, they're going to sit here and be like, it's not really valuable content. So that's something that I'd be definitely doing. Let me have a look at dermaplaning. See if the same thing's going on there. Yeah, same thing, mate. So in a way, like it long time ago, when people had to go searching for content, that content was considered not as valuable as if the content's just on the page. Wall of content, got it. That's great info. Yeah, it's just a big thing. Like you should have a heap of content up here. Still have this because this is really good. Like it's FAQs. You don't want to over optimize it though, because if you make all of these H2s, like if you make all of these H2s, I've got you guys can't see it, but I've got the Chrome extension open to have a look at H2. So you got one H1, good, 2 H2s, yeah, and the rest are H3. So these are obviously all H3s then. So you don't want to over optimize. That's something to consider when you're using FAQs. It could over optimize you. But that's definitely something, like you need more content up here. Push this stuff down the bottom. Make that FAQ. Have that FAQ schema. By having the FAQ schema too, you are more likely to have the bots come and crawl you. Doesn't mean you'll get indexed. Maybe. Used to. But that's looking like the current theme right now. It's just you're lacking the content. Yeah, mate. I'd definitely just do that. Go ahead, create some content. If possible, even slap a YouTube video up there somewhere. YouTube video is really good. That will call the crawler as well. So new site, sometimes that can be something that's a smarter thing to do, to try and really, you want to do as much as possible to scream out to Google, hey, come check this out. Let's have a look. Yeah, sweet. Thanks so much. No worries, mate. Happy to help. Yeah, so like you've got a fair bit of content on here, which is good. Like this is good. This is what you want to have. Yeah, definitely. This rascal. So yeah, that's really good. Like that content, there's a lot of content there. You know, you can definitely have community causes. It'll probably be the same, I assume. Maybe there's some content on there. Yeah, yeah, it's looking. You just want more content, more content. Like, don't go anything less than 500 words on the page. Nothing less than 500 words. But your best thing to do, look at Google. Okay, have a look at Google. See who in your area is ranking for those terms. Then have a look at the top three. Go ahead, throw it into Quake. So you would want to have a look. Like, let me show you right now, actually. Where were you based again, mate? Where was it? Colorado, was it? Yeah, Colorado Springs. Okay. So let's go back here. And what was it? Botox. Okay, let's do Botox, Colorado Springs. Let's give this a crack. Botox, Colorado Springs. Let's see. Let's see who's ranking for that. Okay, so these guys, have a look at them. So apologies for the slow computer, but that's just how it is. So close down those two things. Come on. All right. So let's have a look at number 1 and number 2. Let me show you what I mean, what you would need to do. So this is the first thing that you'll need to do before backlinks. Like, don't worry, you're wasting your money with backlinks. If you have great on page, you don't need backlinks. Google local SEO 2022 right now. You'll see that I'm up the top with all those multi-million-dollar sites, the Backlinko, Search Engine Journal, HubSpot. I'm up the top with all of those guys. That cost me $300 to get up there. They just throw money at their stuff. So you want to be really, really smart when it comes to all of that. So it looks like it's just their homepage ranking, which is very interesting. So it's not displaying any of their service pages or anything like that. But you want to try and go, it looks like just this one. You want to at least have similar to what they've got going on. So as you can see, there's a fair bit more content, but it's not really this page that's ranking. So that's something to consider. It's just the domain, which is interesting on Google's behalf. That shouldn't really be what they're going after. So yeah, on the SEO Quake bar, it's probably a bit quick. All you'd need to do, SEO Quake freaks like Google SEO Quake, Chrome extension. On this bad boy, just hit this little thing over here. And then what that'll do is it'll open up this thing right here. Then you can start to see how many words do you need to have. So down here, at least 931. They've been around a while. Yeah. So yeah, 931. You can start to see, okay, how many times are they saying Botox? There's a 2% density. That's what you need to go after. Cosmetics, 1.5. Treatment, all of this. You can start to see, okay, so I need to have at least 1,000 words of content. I'd try and do 1,500. Why not? I need to have consistency of around about 2% of the time, 2.15. I'm mentioning Botox. Same with cosmetics. And then with these guys, you just put together a median. I utilize the median. Some people utilize averages. I just, my sort of finance background sticks in. But yeah, you can see these guys here, they only have 265 words, but again, it's going to be the home page. So that's where it's a little bit painful. Google in your SERP is rewarding the home pages because they obviously know this is what these businesses are about. So you need to make sure that you have a really, really, really powerful service page to go against them, because ranking for a keyword on your homepage and landing on the homepage, that's just annoying because it might be painful. I know what I Googled. I don't want to have to then try and find, it's where is their cosmetic stuff? Where is the Botox? What's going where is their Botox? All of this type of stuff. That's why you want that page ranking. You want to keep it consistent and you want to stick with that. When it comes to the backlinks, let's have a look at the main guys. I'll close this stuff down just so it doesn't slow it down, and I'll tell you what you should be doing with the backlink profile. Let me just close that out. And we'll have a look at the competitor and we'll see how many backlinks you should probably be building. So yeah, it's they're getting a lot of traffic, 4,000 searches a month. Damn, that's a big site too. So this is why you want to have a look at your competitors, because you want to be like, okay, do I need to build a big site or not? So let's go over to SEMrush and let's check it out. Let's see what they've got going on. So you want to have a look at the backlinks. Okay, 224 backlinks. My goodness, what's going on there? You stumbled on a bit of gold here. All I can say, do what they're doing. It's not a content, create a lot of content, and you could have some really good results here. It's quite, look at that. 107 referring domains. 107. You know, you're going to catch them very easily. And if you go through this list, you're going to notice that there's going to be a lot of nonsense for Bing. That's. Do you need that link? Maybe to a burner page? Yeah, you could. But super pages, like if super pages is up the top, yeah, you're looking at easy local. Like that's a citation. So all of these coupons, yeah. So if I was you, first thing I would be doing, having a look at their keywords. Like saw that profile. They've got immense traffic coming in, but they don't have a lot of backlinks. That's really good for you. That means you don't need to go out there and create all of these backlinks, pay an arm and a leg. Because if you look at it realistically, like one backlink will cost you between $50 to $250. If it's a really good backlink, it could be $500. So when it comes to having a look at your competitors' backlinks, you don't need to build that much. You only need to look at building 107. How you approach that completely depends upon you. So you need to think, okay, well, I'm able to build 10 backlinks a month. But the thing is too, you don't need to get all of their links. So same thing, you'd be looking, like I was saying before, you're looking at the anchors to see what they've got going on, mainly with their anchors. Because yeah, it's interesting. They've got a couple, only like a couple, 1, 2, like 5, 6, like, these are premium domains. This is going to cost you, a bit of cash to get these bad boys. But sort of anything down here, they'll be like those easy sort of coupon-y, yeah, you'll have to pay for some, but honestly, mate, like that's what you want. You want to see that it's, yeah, like that's really, really good. Have a look at their top pages. Where are they winning all their traffic from? Like that's definitely something you want to figure out. Like where are they winning all of their traffic from? So I'd be focusing specifically on that. There's been a huge jump up in their authority score. Okay, when did they start? So they really started this year. So as you can see from that, like their backlink push, they've really just started at the start of this year, and I believe that was when their traffic started going bananas as well. But I would be looking specifically at the pages that they're winning most of the work for, and then having a look at that and just emulating what they're doing, because it's obviously working. Now you want to make sure it's not just rubbish like blogs about Botox is this, Botox is that. No, you don't want to do that. You only want to do things where you're going to make money from it. But yeah, like as you can see, they would dip and and then off they went. So that's something that you'll be able to do. Like obviously started here, results were seen 6 months later, which is SEO. But yeah, it's obviously working really well for them. So I hope that helps. And yeah, that's pretty much. If you want any more stuff like that, Pearl, just reach out to me. More than happy to help, mate. Can definitely help you there. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. No worries, mate. Yeah, hit me up, guys. I'll be around. I hope you now know how to spy on your competitors' backlinks and why it's important. And I hope you have a lovely day. Cheers.